Welcome back, Hermit fans and Kerbal fans. We're on to our next episode of Kerbal Space Program. And let's check our missions to start with. We're still working on haul the RT-5 Flea solid booster into flight above Kerbin. I would think this should be pretty simple with some experimenting. We just got to, I think, get to this height range, 48,000 to 55,000, and that speed. We ought to be able to get that. Available. This one should be very simple too. We just have to haul the parachute into flight above Kerbin. Just get up into this low range and I think deploy the parachute and we should be good. So let's pick up that one. So now we've got two that we can shoot for. We do have 32.5 science points that we can use. I don't know as if we need to really do anything yet. I think once we complete at least one of these missions, there's one I want to go for, and then we'll probably want to spend some points. Escape the atmosphere, I think, is a good one we can shoot for. You know, all we got to do is, hit like, I think it's there it is, 70,000 meters. And we'll probably need some bigger rockets to get to that point, but so let's see what we got for a rocket. We need something. What are you doing? There we go. We got to make sure we have a parachute. That's important. And we don't need much for an engine. I think if we go with this one, the liquid fuel, because we can control that. So let's fuel tanks. That's liquid fuel. So one of those, and I think this right here. I think we're going to need to add a stage because the rocket's going to go, yeah. We want them to go separate. So the rocket's going to go, and then the parachute's going to go 1,000 feet. Yeah, I really don't know where that's supposed to go, but we'll throw it somewhere in there. So I honestly think this should be pretty good. Parachute, test rocket. We're not even going to enter a description. Save, launch. Alright, we got to remember a few things here. SAS, we got to throttle up. We don't want too much throttle though, because we want our speed pretty minimal. Get that speed right in that range there. Slow it down just a little bit. Oh yeah, now we're in a golden range. I don't remember where we're supposed to be exactly for 5,000 to 11,000. And 80 to 200. Ooh, we got to get up there more. There we go. Uh-oh. I don't think we got high enough because I don't. We can look here. No, our peak's going to be 2,800, so we're not going to make it. So I think we might need to add another fuel tank on there. Let's go ahead and kick that guy out. It's going to open up. We're going to drift nice and slowly to the Earth. To Kerbin, I'm sorry. And we asked in the last video, what are our little green men called? Whoops. I think we need to decouple that engine. He lived though. He didn't blow up, so that's a bonus. I think we need to add a decoupler in there too. We gained no science, no surprise. We regained some of our stuff and no experience for our pilot who narrowly survived. So, let's drop this. Let's drop this. Throw a decoupler in there. Add another fuel tank. So we can move this up. I think we can decouple that and parachute at the same time. Do we have... We do have the radial mount parachutes. I'd love to see these actually work. So we're going to launch the rocket, and then in this last stage a bunch of things are going to happen at once. When we're ready, we're going to decouple these parachutes. Should launch, and this should launch. We'll see. I'm gonna guess something's gonna blow up again, but that's the name of this game. Okay, so SAS on. We were shooting for the wrong speeds before. We want 80 to 200, 5,000 to 11,000, and otherwise all we got to do is fly. So let's launch. We want to control that speed. We want to bring it into that 80 to 200, so slow it down. I think if we're in the 150 range, that'll be good. Oh yeah, we're getting up there. We're getting close to the 5,000. That being said, I think we want to cut the throttle. Let's check our... Oh yeah, we're gonna peak at 7,400, which will fall right in the range we need. We are doing great so far. We've met all our requirements. So that is done. Now we just got to try to bring our Kerbanian, or I think one of our viewers said they're Kerbans. Kerbans was the correct term. I have to go back and look at that comment. He's happy. We're falling fast. So I think... So look at that. So far, so good. The parachutes. Oops! Yes. Well, everything essentially worked the way it was supposed to. Our other rocket's parachutes deployed. It detached. The problem is we ran into the other rocket in the air and blew it up. And then the engine flew to the ground and blew up on the ground. It's bad news there. The good news is, well, the really good news is we met a contract. Other good news is it looks like our astronaut is going to live to fly another flight. Even though we had a mid-air collision, things blew up, it looks like we're still in good shape. We survived. Recover the vessel. No science. We gathered the main parts. Our crew gained no XP, which we've learned is pretty typical anymore. But let's check out mission control. See, now it's not active anymore. So we have completed it. This one, stack decoupler landed. What's this? This one here sounds simple. Flight above 19,600 meters near Scientist Spirit. Focus temperature. Measure the atmosphere in flight above 16,400 near that. This one here, I think, take a crew report in flight. So I think all we got to do is just do some science above 19,600 meters. Let's go ahead and try that before we jump into escaping the atmosphere. Well, here's our radial mount parachute that was supposed to work the last time, but focus. We're going to do this one. We got to get above 19,600 meters. And I think do some sciencey stuff. Okay, so I think we should actually, we want to keep this just as is, but we want to start off with one of these rockets. Do we want the hammer? That almost sounds too big. I think a flea booster. We're also going to add another fuel tank, because we can always cut the engines on this. Actually, let's throw another one in there. Oops. What are you doing? There, right there. I think we'll move these up. We'll kick that guy off. I almost think we definitely need some science stuff. We even have this new thing here that we can use. We should probably go by twos. Let's put it on here. Hex snap. Put that on there. Some goo tanks on there. And some temperature things on there. Lots of sciencey stuff. I think we should have some sort of wings though. Do we have? We got some basic fins. We'll put it here because we want to be able to control them after we drop. Ooh, that's what we're missing. We need a decoupler. Okay, let's talk out our stages. First stage is a solid rocket. Then we're going to decouple and launch our liquid fuel. And then up here, at the same time, we're going to launch that parachute, decouple that, and actually I think let's do a whole new separate stage. Let's decouple and do these parachutes at once. And we can do this parachute separate, so then maybe we can put a little distance between us and this other parachute so we don't run into that issue we had last time. This is our advanced ground rocket, because it's not an atmosphere rocket by any means yet. We're not gonna leave the atmosphere by any means. Alright, SAS on. I think we can get the throttle up there, because let's see, let's test our There's no requirements as far as speed. We just have to get above that and take it. I mean, realistically, if we hit that height, we'd be okay. We'd get both of them. But I don't think our rocket is probably capable yet of that. Okay, so we're going to end that. We're going to give it just a little bit more climbing before we slow down. Whoops, our rocket did not launch. Something was wrong in our stage setup, but that looks good. It cleared us. Gotta get this parachute open. I mean, we absolutely... Something blew up. We only saved... whatever that part is. And I think it might only be our fuel tanks. I'm not sure. But the good news is we did get that radial parachute to work. We landed. Oh. Well, maybe one parachute wasn't enough on there. So let's recover our vessel. We know we've got some work to do. Yeah, we didn't get any of that. We recovered a lot of stuff. No experience. We gotta go back to our drawing board here. Figure out what went wrong. Oh, I see where we went wrong already. Our decoupler is in the wrong spot. We need to decouple this engine. Okay. That engine's gonna go. That's gonna decouple. That engine's gonna go. We want to change this to, oh, let's say 3 parachutes. I don't think we can really go wrong. Might just lose some more money. No big deal. Then we're going to decouple. We're going to have that. I don't know. I feel like that fuel booster does not get us very far. Let's throw the hammer out. So hammer, decouple, launch that rocket. And then we're going to decouple, parachute those pieces down. And our last step is that one there. This rocket's costing us $10,800. Let's remember that this time, because we want to see how much in parts we actually recover. Launch. Shooting for that 19,600 mark. Valentina Kerman is our space pilot. Alright, we're launching. This solid fuel is actually going to take us quite a ways up this time. This is a big difference over that flea rocket. But we are shooting for 19,600, so it's not all that bad of a thing that we're up to. So we've made it up to the 5,000 mark already just on our original rocket. It's glowing red, slowing down. You know what we should have done is we should have put parachutes on that other one. Let's crank her all the way up. We've just got to get up to that 19,000 mark. I think we're gonna get there. We're past it. Now the question is, are we going to make that 48,000? think we'll cut the engine. We want to slow it way down. Oh no, now we're in orbit. We want to push ourselves back towards the Earth a little bit here. Okay, now we're out of fuel. We're still climbing. But we're about peaked out at 52,000. And it shows us coming back. We got, well, wait. We met that. The only thing we didn't meet was our speed. So if we would have, oh, we didn't have the RT5 booster anyway. Oh, wait. We got to do science stuff. Observe mystery goo. Keep it. Log pressure data. Keep experiment. Have we met that yet? Take our crew report. How do we take a crew report? Oh no, how do I get back? Uh-oh. I don't know how to get back to my other view. Oh, resume flight. I don't know where I am. Let's at least get this so we can see. I need to get out of here. We better get back to here so we can see. We're at 4,000 feet. 2,000. Okay. Oops. Well, we couldn't see what we were doing, and we may have lost Valentina. I'm fairly certain of it. But, you know, that's what happens. So close. We didn't get that crew report. I don't. Whoops. How do I get back to the... What do we do? We cannot get ourselves back. Space Center. All right, here we are. We're back. So we're still... I don't know how to do a crew report. Well, I think this calls for the opportunity to get this guy up to that 50,000 height mark. So, coupler, this will be our last mission for the episode. So that looks good. Alright, so first stage down here is our big rocket. We're going to decouple, launch that rocket. We're going to decouple and launch that rocket. But we got to move this around. Because we actually need the flea to get the highest. Oops, still got another fuel tank. I don't think we're going to need all those fuel tanks. But just in case. Okay, let's try to save some more parts with some parachutes. Radial mount parachute. This first rocket. We're going to put some parachutes on. And that's going to decouple, so it'll be that. And this whole section is connected to those, so that'll be good. And, you know, we may just lose the flea because we're going to get that up pretty high anyway. We want to try to do some science-y stuff. So let's check our stages. Obviously, we don't want that first. We want this rocket first. This rocket. Not that. That's got to go way up here. This decoupler. So this rocket. Decouple and those parachutes. Then that rocket, I want that to decouple later, so that rocket's going to go. We'll decouple and let the parachutes, we'll just hit it again to launch that rocket. Then the next time we're going to decouple, let those parachutes go. That decouple's got to be up here, so we're going to decouple, parachute, launch the next rocket, and the next one we're going to decouple, parachute, but we want to split this up, decouple, we're going to do the parachute separate. Alright, let's rename it here. Orbital Rocket version 1.0. Save, launch. One and only shot at this. Alright, here we go. SAS on. We're going to make sure our throttle's here, even though these first are solid rockets. We're going to go, go, go. Oh no. I don't know why it says we have orbital rocket has no operational SAS modules and no pilots aboard. We just have an engineer on here. Why do we have an engineer? We have no pilot. This is not going to end well, folks. We're having trouble controlling the rocket at all. Oh no. We're doing everything we can to try to aim this at space and not the ground. It's not working. Now we're just gonna hope and pray to not kill our engineer. We're going towards the ground. We got, oh no, this is even worse. Oh no, oh no, oh no. We're spinning out of control. We have released our parachute. Our engineer is pooping his pants. Oh boy. Yeah, things went very, very wrong. Let's speed it up. Our parachute did go. I think we might get lucky. This engineer might not die. And after this, it's back to the research facility to figure out what we totally goofed up there. I think our big goof up is that we killed our last astronaut and we stuck an engineer in there. So that made it down. We still got pieces up there, but it is what it is. There you have it, folks. We recovered some stuff. Our engineer gained experience from that. Good for him. Alright, you know what to do. Click the thumbs up. Click the subscribe button. Follow the Winter Hermit on YouTube. Join us on our adventures in the Kerbal Space program as well as many other games. Check them out. Check out our channel. See you next time.